Good afternoon, Firebird Nation, and welcome to the Frannick Memorial Field. It's a beautiful day for some lacrosse action between your Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the visiting Penncrest High School Lions. I'm David Chapansky.
And I'm Caden Stewart.
And welcome to some lacrosse action here today. Caden, first lacrosse broadcast of the spring. How you feeling?
I'm extremely excited. Coming from someone that's done broadcasting in the Box League, the Philadelphia Box Lacrosse Association, for the past 4 years, I'm very excited to show some of my knowledge about the game, unlike basketball where I had little to no knowledge.
Well,
so I'm very excited to do the broadcast.
yeah, and something too cool. Last year was one of the first times that I ever did lacrosse, so I'm going to use Caden to kind of help me out a little bit here. But it's a learning process. Also, too, we'll do the PA announcing over the loudspeaker today. So at certain times, if you either hear me kind of double or hear me not at all, I am doing the PA, the public address announcing here at the Frannick Memorial Field. But let's jump into some records. Firebirds are 4-2, so they're off to a good start. But Penncrest is the real story, and they're 8-0 coming into today's game. So kind of thoughts on those records, Caden?
Certainly a tall task for Ghost to overcome an 8-0 team. They were undefeated through the first 3 to 4 games, I believe, so they're on a little bit of a down stretch. So beating an 8-0 team, and any undefeated team in this case, would really give them a big momentum shift.
Yeah, and the Firebirds, they have played really good at home so far, and they'll look to continue that. They are undefeated. Well, actually, I wasn't here on Saturday, so I'm not quite sure about that. But they were undefeated until Saturday. We'll find out about that. So they played really well here at the Frannick Memorial Field. And as you said about Penncrest, they're 8-0. Firebirds play them every year. They're a big rival, and they usually come in with a lot of energy. Their bus showed up a little bit late, though, so that's why we are going to start closer to 4 o'clock here instead of our 3:45 originally start time. So. All right, well, we'll have more on the other side of our public address comments. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's Firebirds and Lions coming up next here on the HGP YouTube channel. So here we go, ready for some lacrosse. Sorry about that. We're getting some housekeeping on here. So Firebirds taking on Penncrest. It's Ford in goal for the Firebirds, and it's Pyle Bollock in goal for the visiting Lions. And we'll have our first stoppage of play today going the other way for Penncrest.
So the key for Ghost here is going to be being very active early on, trying to get as many goals on the board as possible in this first half. As everyone has known, Penncrest is undefeated at 8-0, meaning they are most likely not prepared to play from coming down by a lot. So if you're able to go up 4 or 5 goals at halftime, that is a great momentum shift for Ghost. Visiting
Lions are in their kind of red and gold uniforms as they get things set up in the offensive zone. Behind Ryan Ford, it's number 32, Chaz Katz. Firebirds trying to continue their good start to the season. 4-2 shot, and it's blocked. Looked like there by C.J. Walker. Good job by C.J., but Penncrest gets it back.
Penncrest really being able to utilize that X spot behind the net, is what it's called. They're really being able to get movement around and have plenty of shooting opportunities. As one here comes over the net.
Good pass there by McDougal. Tried to get it in front of the net, and he drops his stick. Firebirds are on it, fighting for it. Looks like it's McDonough, but the shot is taken. It's off the post by Kaut. Still fighting for it. Both sides on the far side of the field, closest towards the broadcasting booth. Penncrest still trying to pick it up, and looks like they will. Still in the offensive zone. Firebirds have been on defense, I should say, for a long time here to start this first quarter.
So like I said before, just with good offense comes good defense. You need to be able to get the ball and have plenty of opportunities to score if you want to get goals. So if they can keep up this diamond drill defense that they have, and it seems to be working at the moment, if they can keep that up, then we should be in good position.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. Pass there. Kaut couldn't handle it. Fighting for it is Walker, but Kaut goes back at midfield and retrieves the ball. Penncrest still with it. Less than 10 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 0-0. Glad you could join us. Wrapping around the net. Shot taken in front by number 21, Jason Poole. Good job by Ford. Racing forward is Rittmeyer on the far side. And looks like HGP will get their first possession of the day, Caden.
And that, in my opinion, that race to the corner to be able to get the ball is the most exciting part about field lacrosse, because it does not happen in any other sport. Both teams have the opportunity to hold on to the ball for a long time, just like Penncrest did. But in order to stop that, Ghost will really need to capitalize on their missed balls. They've already had 2 balls sail over their intended targets and 1 stick being dropped, and Ghost has not scored a goal off of any.
Great handles by Rittmeyer. Gives it to Aniloff. Beautiful day for lacrosse. We're in the mid-70s, much better than what we had 2 weeks ago when it was in the 20s. And we were still playing during a snow squall. That was the season opener for the Firebirds, which they did win, so it was worth it. 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 0-0. Firebirds and the rival Penncrest Lions duking it out here. It's Stolsteimer who controls things on the right side of Pyle Bollock. Now they go behind the net, do the Firebirds. McDonough now thinks about making a move. He does. Comes on the right side of the netminder. McDonough tried to get a pass to Aniloff. It goes close towards midfield. It will stay in. Aniloff fights for it. Penncrest Lions come away with it at midfield. So Firebirds had about a 45-second to a minute possession there, but mainly it was just Stolsteimer holding the ball. Here's Jason Poole. Gets around a couple defenders. Wide open shot, and he scores. Jason Poole makes it 1-0 Lions.
So, of course, a great shot there from Poole to be able to get Penncrest on the board. However, one of the bad things about Penncrest being able to have the ball so long is it makes Ghost want to hold on to the ball for just as long as to not give out quick opportunities and quick shots, which is exactly what they're going to need to do if they're going to take the lead and eventually win the game. So they really need to work on time of possession. That will be key today.
Yeah, possession is huge really in any sport, but especially here in lacrosse. Jason Poole, the senior, gets things started for the visiting Lions. They're up 1-0, 8 minutes and 27 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're starting the spring sports broadcasting season. Going to have some more lacrosse games for you here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel and some baseball games eventually, so a little bit of everything. A lot of fun events happening on campus coming up too. So Ryan Ford, a goaltender, but he can really move and uses his legs there. Tried to get a pass, looks like to Aniloff on the far side. He's knocked down, and Penncrest will come away with possession. So not what we wanted, Caden, was it?
Certainly not what we wanted at all. It was a good job by Ghost being able to pull their goalie out of the net and be able to run around with the ball. That makes the fans know and the other players know they do have one more possible great assister coming, or even a goal shooter, depending on how far up he can get.
McDougal now goes behind Ryan Ford. Back out to Jason Poole, just scored the goal. Poole now with plenty of room, finds a shot, and off the stick of Ford. Good job by Ford. Good save. Penncrest will keep.
Another mental aspect of the game that Ghost wants to have the advantage of is confidence to be able to get in front of the ball and be able to block it. Block shots are just as good as a missed shot, but even better. So not just as good.
Yeah, the defense has done a good job blocking shots so far because the Lions have done a lot of offensive possession time here. Firebirds fighting for it. Rittenmeyer is in the middle with Sewell. And we'll see it's on the far side, closest towards I-95. Good stick handling there by Ryan Lippy, the freshman who joins the squad once again after playing some hockey in California. Shout out to the Blazers. And looks like the Lions will keep here. So Firebirds, Caden, they, like we were talking about, they need to find possession here.
So they really do. A good defensive stop here and a goal is a really big momentum shifter. It might make Penncrest a little bit more nervous to hold on to the ball and might make them a little bit more agitated to get those quick shots like we see here.
Shot taken and nothing but net for Dylan McDougal. That was a hard shot, and it goes past Ryan Ford. 2-0 Lions early here, Caden.
So again, not the exact opposite of what Ghost fans and Ghost players wanted to see. Penncrest being able to get all the shots off. And like I mentioned before, being able to block shots will certainly be key.
So 2-0. Firebirds need to find a way to stem this rush here offensively by the Lions. Face off at the middle. Good job by Frankie Britch. It's on the Firebird side. Trying to rush to it there was Mateo DeChico, and the Firebirds will get it. Britch finds DeChico. Now rushes up past midfield. Firebirds with a wild pass there, and Penncrest is going to intercept it, if you will. And now the red and gold jerseys run the other way. It's number 21, Poole, already has 1 goal today. Gets past the line and slows things down for the visiting Lions. 2-0 lead for Penncrest if you're just joining us. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lots of speed here for Brendan Kaut. Takes the shot. Good stick there, though. Never did get the shot off. Bodying there is C.J. Walker. Pushes him to the ground, but somehow able to get the pass off is Kaut as they go behind the net to number 22, Mark Feynman.
It's a great stick check by Ghost there, being able to force the pass in the exact spot that Penncrest did not want to be able to get it. It was still a successful pass, but a very complicated one as well.
Now Penncrest making a move. Shot just past the left corner of the net, taken by Jason Poole. Firebirds survive another day here. Can't let Penncrest get too far ahead. Right now, deficit is 2 for HGP. Shot taken in front of the net. Good stick there. Looked like it was DeChico who got a piece of it. Maybe Ryan Ford was able to also get a stick on it. Firebirds, though, still survive. Lions with the ball. They've had it for most of this first quarter.
And Penncrest is doing an absolutely awesome job of being able to make Ghost go where they do not want to go. At this point, Holy Ghost really wants to get to the outskirts of the field to be able to get rebounds off missed shots, which Penncrest is taking plentifully.
Penncrest goes behind the net. It's number 32, Chaz Katz, the junior. Guarded by Sewell. Good job by Jason to get back. There's Caden Pukasits, and that goes a little high. Caden, he is maybe your relative first name there. I did not see that on the roster, so it was funny, but there's a shot taken in front of the net. Ford vacated the area. Dylan McDougal with his second of the day, and it's Penncrest by 3, Caden. Not a good start for HGP.
So again, this is I keep repeating every single goal, and I might have to. This is not at all the start that Ghost wanted. This is not the start they needed to be able to come back. And Ghost just really needs to turn it around at halftime, or hopefully even after the first quarter. They really need to talk about how to get how to force more bad shots from Penncrest.
Yeah, Penncrest coming in 8-0, so they don't take many bad shots. A lot of high velocity, good shots, and so far 2 by McDougal, 1 by Poole. Firebirds looking to get on the board and break the shutout. Just need one thing to go your way, Caden. Last game against, which we did kind of, well, no, a week ago. There wasn't a stream, but it was against Council Rock South. As well, we'll get to that in a second as Thompson storms the field. So now I'll have a little bit of some time to talk about it. Yeah, so Council Rock South Firebirds were down in that game by 4 they came back to tie it and then kind of just went on a scoring rampage. So you really only need one thing to really go your way.
So you certainly do. You could not have said that better. However, like you mentioned before, Penncrest, a really good team at 8-0. They're certainly prepared to be able to defend against just that. But if Ghost can hold on to the ball, hopefully for a good minute or two, then maybe we can get a good shot off a goal. And as you said, a lot can change.
Yeah, Firebird's bench even seems quiet. The energy kind of sucked out. And there's Dylan McDougal with another shot past the right side of Ford. And Ryan Ford struggling here early, but really Firebird's just struggling to get out of their own defensive zone.
So it's not even really Ford's fault at this point. There was one goal where he may be able to get in front of, but Ghost defense is really the problem. We have they're so bad right now that we have no idea what the problem could be with the offense. So that's another thing that you don't want to see as a coach, not being able to test out your offense and being able to make solutions to that.
Absolutely. And we'll see how the Firebirds coaching staff is able to respond. But they need to do something here. It's Frankie Britch. Good face-off man for HGP. HGP comes away with it. On the side, finds Rittenmeyer. Max Rittenmeyer, the Firebirds' leading scorer. Sorry, that's Stolsteimer, but Rittenmeyer's out there as well, just on the right side of the field. Stolsteimer now probably going to get it back to his buddy Rittenmeyer. He indeed does, and now Max gets things set up. Will McCann, the junior attackman, goes behind the net to Razzler. Razzler, the freshman who has done a really good job joining the team in his first year. Analoff finds Rittenmeyer. Now Max going to try to make a move and get the Firebirds on the board. Nice pass for McCann. What an assist by Rittenmeyer. What a shot by Will McCann.
So that's the exact type of clean ball handling and great shots that you want. That was a perfect, absolutely perfectly executed offensive possession. Will McCann with a great shot, but Max Rittenmeyer, even more importantly, with a great assist.
Yeah, beautiful pass there by Rittenmeyer. Once again, if you hear kind of a double voice, it's just I'm also doing the public address announcing here today at the stadium, so if you hear it. David Chmansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Caden Stewart. Beautiful day, Caden, isn't it?
Yes, it really is. It's way better with the tent overhead as well.
Yes. The tent, which we just got some housekeeping done by Mr. Hessen, who did a great job. It's keeping us much more cooler, if you will, because the sun is really shining today. But it's a beautiful day because, like I said, a couple weeks ago, we were begging for this. Good stick there by number 9, Liam Fix. And it goes out of play. Razzler tried to get it, but it's Zach Douglas who does a good job for the Lions to get back and cover in time.
I thought that it was Ghost that should have possession.
Yeah, it was very close.
Yeah.
Now storming the field with tons of speed and tons of room is Fix. And now the Lions get things set up again. Firebirds down by 3. It's 4-1, just 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter of action. Glad you could join us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's Kaut. Pass in the middle, shot taken and scoring. Can't quite see what the number is, and it is number 21 indeed. It's Jason Poole. It's his second of the game, and it's the 5th goal of the day for Penncrest.
So even though there is 5 goals, they've all only been scored by 3 people, 2 people having 2 goals. It's going to be important for Ghost defense to be able to lock those 2 down. That will be another key along with blocking shots. Make sure the Penncrest hot players are not taking as many shots as the others.
So it looks like we're going to have a timeout called here. Not quite sure who it is. Usually when I'm at the scoring table, it's easier to tell, but it seems like it will be the Firebirds timeout as they're going to talk things over. But yeah, as you said, Caden, McDougal and Poole were the only 2 goal scorers. McDougal with the hat trick, Poole with 2. They're both attackmen, but they're also both seniors, so good contributions from the Penncrest seniors. Firebirds on the board with a goal from Will McCann, but they have to cut into the deficit more as they trail 5-1. It's early here on the Holy Ghost Prep Campus. Stay tuned for more lacrosse action. David Chmansky, Caden Stewart will be back after this short intermission. All right, welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep Campus. Fran Nick Memorial Field. David Chmansky with you here along with Caden Stewart. Firebirds trailing the visiting Penncrest Lions by a score of 5-1. So Caden opened up his bag, carrying some of the goodies, and it's a kind bar comes out. a protein bar. Caden, so you like Kind bars?
Yes, I do.
Okay. My strong opinion on Kind bars. Now, I've only had Kind bars once, so maybe this is not the best of opinion, but I did not like it at all. It was one of those dark chocolate ones.
That's the best one.
Yeah, and I said it's chocolate, but see, here's the thing, everybody. I'm a milk chocolate guy first, so dark chocolate doesn't exactly appetize me completely.
It's almost just as good.
So okay, fair, but it was not good at all. But if you want to sponsor us, Kind, you're listening. Caden likes it, and I'll like it, sure, for a sponsorship. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, but I've only had it once. Maybe I'll have to try it again. Almond butter, it looks like, so maybe that'll be better. I like almond butter.
I
So.
ran out of chocolate ones.
Okay, you're right. Isn't it though like dark chocolate, strawberry, or raspberry? Or is it just dark chocolate?
I like the just dark.
Okay.
Oh my god. I am really tired today. Just dark chocolate ones. However, I do like the strawberry one as well, but it's nowhere near as good as just the plain chocolate.
Shot taken by Brennan Kaut, and it goes wide forward towards the left, but in the process of Kaut storming the net, he knocked down Jason Sewell, but everybody looks okay there.
Looks like a flag, though, for a high hit.
Yeah, there is a flag down. Good eye on that. So there is a penalty here, and it is going to be against Penncrest. So Firebirds are going to go man up here, it looks like. Just 2 minutes, 34 seconds left to play here in the first quarter of action. Usually when I'm down the scoring table, it's much easier to do penalties, and I'll usually announce the penalties on the public address. But we're kind of in this tent broadcasting booth today, but it does indeed look like it's going to be against Penncrest. Max Rittenmeyer will start with it for HGP. Firebirds trying to cut into the deficit. They trail 5-1. Only Firebirds goal of the day was scored by the junior, Will McCann. Rittenmeyer finds Analoff. Analoff, quick passing here by HGP. McCann goes back on the far side of the net, and it's picked up by number 15, Nick Cello. Cello being attacked by McCann. Good job by the Firebirds here to really pressure the netminder. Pyle Ballack comes out of his nets, and let's see what the call is here.
Should be a flag against Ghost.
Penncrest was happy about that, so yeah, we're going to take it as a foul there against HGP. It looked like two guys, not quite sure who it was, but it looked like one of them may have been McCann, who was coming after Pyle Ballack, who is the goaltender for the visiting Lions. All right, well, we'll find out about it here. Looks like, though, the Penncrest penalty, though, that was in the beginning, right when we came back from commercial break, it looked like that penalty has expired, so it must have been a 30-second penalty. And we'll find out more about this penalty when we come back. Firebirds trailing 5-1. Penncrest, HGP, good battle so far. We'll be right back. Firebirds and Penncrest in a duel here in the first quarter of action. Just 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Firebirds down 5-1 to the visiting Lions. They're undefeated, 8-0. Is Penncrest. Firebirds 4-2 on the young season. Penncrest storms at speed. Plenty of room here. Firebirds need to get back on defense, trying to get the pass to the middle to Poole. Already has 2 goals today, but it did go wide, and Firebirds will take over here. Firebirds are also, I thought originally they were on the penalty here, but there was no call made, so Firebirds are not on the penalty here.
Interesting.
At midfield, picked up by Rittenmeyer, and now Max trying to get on the board for the Firebirds. He's the leading scorer for HGP. Has had 5 goals in multiple games this season. Rittenmeyer tried to get it to the middle. He takes a shot, and Max Rittenmeyer kind of with a behind-the-back shot. What a shot, what a play. And Rittenmeyer cuts the deficit to 3 and does some dance moves. I like it.
It's an absolutely great shot. The more fancier goals you get, I'm not saying take every fancy shot you can get, but the more shots you can get off just like that, the more momentum it brings your team, even just excluding the playing goal.
So great goal by Max. Firebirds need to get more of those goals and keep on holding this Penncrest tough offense. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to play. We have a player down. It's number 20, Owen Thompson, who was knocked down, and Penncrest will take over. Glad you could join us here on this mid-70-degree day. It's beautiful. For some varsity lacrosse, Firebirds taking on the visiting Penncrest Lions. Rittenmeyer and McCann are the goal scorers for HGP. For Penncrest, it's 3 for Dylan McDougall and 2 for Jason Poole, the 2 seniors for Penncrest so far in this one.
So there's going to be they are going to be the 2 players that have to be shut down by Ghost in the second half, and hopefully starting in the second quarter all the way through the second half. If Ghost can shut them down, Penncrest will have to figure out alternative ways to get their goals on the board, and since we haven't seen them be able to do it, it may take them a while to do so.
Firebirds trying to stand strong here, at least for the last minute. We would assume that Penncrest may pass it around and try to look for the best shot here and waste a lot of the time. Tried to get a pass here across the forward was number 21, Jason Poole. Looked like that throw there was intended for number 11, Zach Douglas, but why not a play? Firebirds will take over. It's Ryan Ford in goal for HGP. So Firebirds have about 30 seconds, Caden, here to try to get within 2. Ford, as we talked about earlier, he will come out of the net, and he does a really good job at it, can draw some penalties and get the ball going far. CJ Walker with some good stick handling, and the college commit tried to get the pass off on the side to, it looked like that was Lippy, but it's picked off by the Lions at midfield. So both teams kind of juggling it around here. It's Jason Poole. Poole gets it back to McDougall. Already has 3 goals today. McDougall, this is trouble, far side, and a good shot there by number 32, Chase Katz. Got Ryan Ford to bite, and Katz puts it in the back of the net for the 6th goal of the day at Penncrest with 2.9 seconds left to play.
So Ghost will really need to slow this game down in the second quarter if they want to be able to make a comeback. They are on pace to allow 24 goals, which of course in field lacrosse is way more than anyone should be allowing in the entire game. They are already at 6, so this is not looking good for the Ghost defense.
Well, just 2.9 seconds left to play as the face-off is at midfield. Frankie Britch out there for HGP. And that will do it. So for the first quarter of action, the Firebirds had a rough first quarter to start. They trail by 4 as we head into the second, but here's hoping for better things, Caden. Better play here in the second quarter of action.
Especially by Ghost defense, give the offense a chance. As you've seen Max Rittenmeyer, 2 points already, a goal and an assist. If he's hot, then the Ghost Firebirds are hot.
So biggest takeaway from this first quarter besides kind of the whole defense?
I would say the missed opportunities on Penncrest's bad passes. I've seen a lot of them, multiple stick drops by Penncrest as well. If Ghost can be able to take over, then the time possession will go Ghost's way a little bit more, and Ghost will have a possibility to get back in the game.
Yeah, Firebirds, I mean, they have scored 2 goals, so it's not scoring that's a problem. They need to play tighter defense and try to crawl back into this one. They trail 6-2 as we head to the second quarter. David Shapansky along with Caden Stewart here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. We'll be back for more action in the second quarter. It's a beautiful day, beautiful lacrosse action. Second quarter action, Caden coming up here. David Shapansky along with Caden Stewart here at the Fran Nick Memorial Field. Firebirds taking on the visiting Penncrest Lions, a big-time rival, even though they're not all that close in distance, but they play every year, and it's usually a heated battle. Firebirds down by 4, it's 6-2. We'll try to chip away at that deficit here in the second quarter, and it's, well, even though it's better late than never, but you want to get things started early here if you're the Firebirds, Caden.
So, of course, that was the main key of the game I mentioned in the first half. being able to score multiple goals and get on top of Penncrest fast. They have failed to do that, but taking the lead in Penncrest is absolutely impressive, just plain impressive, no matter how far into the game you are.
Firebirds starting once again in their defensive zone. Not a good storyline here. Britch staying right with the attackman. That's number 21. Jason Poole already has 2 goals today. Poole shoves it off, tries to find McDougal. Pass was lost for a second. McDougal picks it back up, takes a shot. Good bounce by Ford. McDougal gets it right back, right to him, Caden. McDougal now goes around the net. We'll try the left side, pass in front. Shot taken by number 32, Chaz Katz. Good defense by DeChico and Ryan Ford to stand strong. Ford looked very good in that sequence, Caden.
And very good defensive sequence. The time of possession for Penncrest in their first drive was 2 minutes and almost 30 seconds in the first quarter. This time it's only 1 minute.
And that's what you have to do, because you know Penncrest is going to take their shots. You know they're going to get their shots. They're 8-0. They're undefeated. But it's just playing defense to stop as many of those shots as possible. And it sounds simple, but Firebirds did struggle with that in the first quarter. So we'll see if they can improve things here. Jason Sewell couldn't exactly corral that pass in, and it goes out of play. And we're going to have a timeout here. I believe it's going to be called by HGP, but we'll see exactly the call when we come back. Firebirds down 6-2. 10 minutes, 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Great time as ever to remind everybody to like and subscribe here to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. We just hit 800 subscribers the other day, trying to get to 1,000, and we hopefully will get to that soon with spring sports action, with Holy Ghost Prep Lacrosse and baseball coming up here in the spring. The baseball team is they're playing right now, so action going on over there as well. See if we can get a score update for you, but then again, the field does not look like there's people on it. So, oh, it's a away game. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for clearing that up. All right, seniors were off today and yesterday, so I am still kind of, I'm here, but I'm not here completely.
Freshmen, on the other hand.
Yes, that's why Caden's tired. He was here full day today.
And it was a service day.
Yes, true. Here's Dave Stolsteimer, comes out of the timeout by HGP. Stolsteimer with a shot. It was a hard one, but it goes right past the left side of the posts, past Luke Pyle-Bullock. The goaltender's been good so far for Penncrest. He hasn't had as many shots as Ford has had to face, but he's been good. Back to Stolsteimer. Stolsteimer lines up, takes the shot. Good defense by Penncrest. Pyle-Bullock picks it up in the circle. Gives it off to his defenseman, and now storming up to midfield, it's the Lions. Firebirds and C.J. Walker have to get back on defense. There's Cello. Cello tried to get the pass. Good job by Ford to be there to corral it. Firebirds down 6-2, 10 minutes left to play. Firebirds passes are sloppy here so far in this one, Caden. Will McCann already has a goal for this one. Lost it. Picked up by the Lions. They go the other way. Get it in the offensive zone. Sewell and Walker, the only 2 defensemen back right now, but HGP going to get back on their side. Lions 8-0 on the season. Shot way high and way wide over Ryan Ford, taken by Jason Poole. Penncrest, 3 goals from Dylan McDougal, 2 from Jason Poole, and 1 from Chaz Katz. That was the most recent goal.
So Penncrest really being able to improve upon their passing skills, getting into other people that can score goals. So Ghost now with multiple people to try to lock down. If impossible, then Ghost needs to get some players of their own that forces Penncrest to lock them down.
Absolutely. We need that lockdown defense. Firebirds, good job there. But can they come away with the ball? And they can. Firebirds now going the other way. It's plenty of room and space for Bobby Williams. The ball is dropped, and it looks like it's going to go out of play near the scorer's table. See what the call is. And Penncrest takes over. Firebirds thought they came away with it there, but unfortunately it was lost by Williams.
There's been a lot of close calls today with out-of-bounds plays.
Yeah, true. There's been a lot of them so far, more than usual. We're only not even midway through the second quarter.
Oh, great shot by Penncrest.
Shot taken by Jason Poole, and it goes past Ryan Ford. As you said, Caden, good shot, 7th goal of the day. And good job there by Poole. It's his 3rd of the day, Caden.
So that's 2 separate people with hat tricks now for Penncrest. Like I mentioned before, Penncrest was doing a good job being able to pass it around and get more shots off. But Jason Poole, of course, always be the guy to shoot for Penncrest. So if Ghost is able to figure out how to work a double team into this defense, that should make an impact.
Yeah, as you said, 2 guys with hat tricks. One by McDougal, one by Poole in terms of hat tricks. Firebirds, they've only had 2 goals scored so far in this one. They trail 7-2. 9 minutes left to play here, and yeah, Caden, just about winning those battles, and there's a flag there. Clear foul against HGP. It's going to be a tripping call coming up here as Anthony D'Ambrosio was the player knocked down for Penncrest. So Firebird's going to go a man down here.
So, and during this man down time, I would like to mention to you, I didn't tell you about this earlier. The group that was out collecting trash for our service day today found a large bone.
Oh, really?
It was, yes.
So what was your service specifically?
I was making pillowcases.
Okay.
I forget the organization, but I know it was Cases for Happiness, Cases for Smiles.
Nice.
Ryan's Cases for Smiles.
Okay.
I love how I remember that stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of service trips today. I know there was one, I believe, to an animal farm, rescue farm, and then that, as you were talking about. So a lot of different service opportunities here. Faking the shot was Heineman, and now they get it back out in front. Watch out here. Good job by Ford, as he may have gotten a piece of it, but it looked like it sailed high. Shot taken by Owen Thompson. A lot of speed and velocity behind that one.
And the ball hit the fence so hard it bounced back out onto the track, and had so much backspin it went into the grass.
Yeah, the track guys were here running today. Not anymore. It's a good crowd, though, on tap. Shot in front, taken, and falling down after taking the shots. Trying to get a number there. Was on the far side of the field. And we'll see what happens when he turns around. Not quite sure once again on who that was, but yeah, dangerous pass there, and Firebirds.
It looks like a Penncrest goal.
Once again, yeah, it is a Penncrest goal. Trying to find a number on it. It looks like it's Brendan Couts. It's his first, and Count makes it an 8-2 game, Caden.
So it looked like Ghost defense was picking up at the start of the second quarter, but now they seem to have fallen off the map again. 2 goals in the last minute and a half. Ghost really needs to slow this game down. If that means holding on to the ball and not taking a single shot for 2 minutes, that is what they'll have to do.
Penncrest, it's been a scoring frenzy so far. Firebirds trying to get back into this one. And really, Caden, at this point, it's just anything that can energize the team and energize the bench, because they have not been loud. They have not been in this one really at all. And it's surprising because Penncrest bus did get here late, and that's why the game was pushed back into about an extra 10 or 15 minutes. But they've come out firing here so far.
Well, they certainly have. It seemed like they knew exactly what Ghost was going to try to do with the quick shots, and Penncrest decided they were going to take some of their own and counteract it.
As we said throughout the broadcast, all you need is really 1 goal to go your way, and hopefully momentum will begin to swing. McDonough fighting for it, losing it, and then trying to pick it back up again, and Penncrest comes away with it. You have to get that if you're the Firebirds. They'll find a way to get it back. Lucky for HGP, McDonough trying to swerve around a bunch of red jerseys. McDonough now fighting for it with McCann, the junior, tried to stick it, but could not. Still fighting for it. It's Aniloff. Firebirds really battling hard here to come away with it. And thought we may have a pushing call out of bounds there, but the ball came loose, and Penncrest will take over, came out of the stick of McCann. Intercepted here by Rittenmeyer. Firebirds may have a chance here if Max can get around Douglas. So defense by Douglas there. Go, Caden.
Holy Ghost finally being able to take advantage of a missed call, or not missed calls, but missed plays by Penncrest. They've had a lot of them. If Ghost can take control of just half of them and score on half of those, we might be able to have a 1 or 2 goal game going in the final quarters.
Cloud cover coming now. Firebirds in their home whites. Going to try to dig into this lead here that Penncrest has created. Aniloff. Good swerve. Aniloff takes a shot blocked by number 11, Zach Douglas. And now Douglas and Penncrest speeds the other way. Zach Douglas with plenty of room. Rittenmeyer trying to get back. HGP does, but Douglas with plenty of room to take the shot. Firebirds have to cover that, but good job by Ford to stick with it. Really windy picking up here.
Yeah, a little bit. And the shade's coming.
Yeah, which is good because the sun cover was out and about earlier when we were setting up, and it was making us sweat.
As it was. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, but it's amazing how fast things can change in Philly.
Yeah, but it's been a beautiful spring day, and like we said, from 2 weeks ago, it's been so glad to have this weather. Firebirds down 8-2. 6 minutes left to play here in the first half of action. At the half, we'll have a raffle drawing for the $1,000 grand prize and the $500 prize. So Firebird will join us as well. Here's Rittmeyer, shot in front. Good job by Gavin McDonough, assisted by, actually, Stolzheimer. Rittmeyer, though, did get it to Stolzheimer. Good job by HGP. McDonough gets the Firebirds their third goal of the day.
It's another great shot by McDonough. It's important that Ghost keeps getting the shots on goal. The more shots on goal you're going to have, the more goals you're going to have.
It's his first, assisted by number 31, Dave Stolzheimer.
In the second, varsity is up 2-1, JV is up 6-1.
So Matt just gave us a baseball scoring update. Varsity is up 2-1, JV is up 6-1, and they are playing Devon Prep. Okay, so we're all good, all covered here. Firebirds, Caden, trying to cut back into this one. It's 8-3.
They have a lot of work to
Firebirds
do.
now rushing with speed. It's McCann. McCann stops at the line, swerves around a defender. Now running back towards his own side, is able to spring. Looks like that's Rittmeyer. Rittmeyer now tries to make a move, but is kind of cornered off there. A goal here could go a long way for HGP as they're trying to battle back, kind of come back like the Phillies did last night.
Yes, they did.
That was a beautiful game. For the first 7 innings, it was awful. But
Yeah. Oh. Wind going against our 10 a little bit.
yeah, the wind really blowing here. Lions come away with it, and an echo here, which is interesting.
Huh.
Firebirds and Penncrest Lions battling here. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Intercepted. And losing it there was Nick Benson. Benson is at the midfield position today. He's usually a defenseman, but with Mike Holt not available today, the Firebirds had to go with Benson, and then the defenseman who took over was Ryan Lippy. Here's a shot taken, kind of a weak ground ball there from Kyle Ridpath, but it goes kind of skipping past the net and Ryan Ford. So Firebirds still down by 5.
And while it did look weak, that was actually a very good shot by Penncrest. Most of their shots have been high line drives at the top of the net. And as Penncrest wound up for the shot, it seemed like they lured the goaltender from Ghost, who I can't remember his name right now, but it seemed like they lured him a little high and just missed it.
Here's Brendan Cowley. He already has 1 goal on the day, and Ford was just able to keep it out of that line. It got dangerous for Ryan Ford, but he survives. And now we'll spring CJ Walker, the already collegiate next year. Defenseman for HGP, CJ Walker has Sewell on his left. Walker springs past, tries to get something set up. Just 4 minutes left to play. Walker surrounded by a bunch of red jerseys. Good defense here by Penncrest. Firebirds still fighting for it at midfield. And we'll have a stoppage here. Penncrest going to take over. Firebirds just some sloppy mistakes today. It has been kind of all around.
So they certainly have. If they were able to take over on the Penncrest mistakes, then maybe it would make up some of their own.
Still plenty of game, though, left. Firebirds going to try to chip back into this one. Sewell trying to get back, is rushing with speed as Jason Poole already has a hat-trick. Poole finds on the sideline. It looks like that was Mark Feynman. See if it's 22 or 32. No, it was 32. It's Chaz Katz who rips it home for Penncrest. They get their 9th goal of the day.
So again, another great pass by Penncrest. Ghost really needs to keep those down. It's just going to be goal after goal after goal by Penncrest if Ghost cannot keep those passes locked in.
Penncrest leading HGP 9-3.
Or I should say locked down.
So Firebird trying to stem the crowd here. We'll have a flag here, and we'll see it's going to be against HGP, it looks like here. And no, it will be against Penncrest. One thing I will say, though, is that I do not like – I like Penncrest red colors. They're interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But the gold letters are bad.
You are not on a roll today, Dave. You are not. First, the life bars and the gold. I like the gold.
For the no, the gold is hard to see from not that it looks bad. It looks good.
Oh, yeah, good point.
But it's hard to see with the sun when I'm trying to figure out who scored. So
that's a good point.
It's an excuse, but it does blend in on a very sunny day. It is difficult to see if that is 10 or 16.
And now that you mention it, you are right.
Yeah, so it's maybe something to keep in mind. But maybe all schools don't broadcast the games, so
yeah.
maybe it's not a bad thing. Here's Stolzheimer. He lines up and takes a beauty of a shot, but just goes wide. Firebirds get it back. Good job by McCann to keep it in. 3 minutes to play. Will McCann already has 1 goal on the day. Goes to the left to Pyle Bollock, the goaltender for the visiting Lions. Now going around the horn with it is HGP. Stolzheimer finds Rittenmeyer. Rittenmeyer now stems the tide. Kind of goes with a no-look pass. Tried to find Aniloff. Goes on the far side towards the Penncrest bench. And Aniloff was not able to pick it up. Here goes Penncrest the other way. It's Liam Fix, who now runs with speed, trying to get back his Rittenmeyer. He does. Finds McDougall. Already has a hat trick on the day so far for Penncrest. Firebirds trying to stop the scoring here. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. Here in this first half of action, Firebirds down 9-3. Glad you could join us. David Schmansky with you here, along with Caden Stewart. Looks like checking in for the first time today is Chris Dolan, number 4, being guarded by Rittenmeyer, the senior midfielder. Lions still with possession of the ball. Firebirds trying to tighten up their defense. They've done a good job here in this last 30 seconds to not let Penncrest get any wide open shots. But Penncrest has been the story so far, their offense. Here's Feynman, goes behind the net, being guarded by Sewell. Good job by Jason. Feynman now swerves, goes back and forth. Ford following with him in the net. A lot of time coming off the clock here. Less than 2 minutes. Big shot taken there by Spencer Tyson, but a good save by Ryan Ford, who catches it in the belly. Rittenmeyer now stems the other way, going to midfield. Max gets by a couple Lions, now has to make a decision. Is able to find, looks like running with speed. That's Mudrick, tried to get it to McDonough, but it's picked off. Good defense there, Caden, by the Lions.
That certainly was. And SGA president Mudrick.
Yes, Karen, we'll give a shout out to Colin and Mike Holt, who is usually on the lacrosse team. Shot taken there by number 32, Chaz Katz, and he has a hat trick now. It's his third of the day. We'll get back to talking about Colin and Mike Holt in a second. We'll talk about it now. We have some time. So yeah, Colin Mudrick elected as the SGA president for the 2022-2023 school year, and Mike Holt elected as the vice president for the 2022-2023 school year. And as somebody in SGA, it's great to see some new leadership coming in. Not that I mean, I love the current administration. Shout out to Mike and Jaden; they've done a great job this year. But it's great to see the leaders who are going to be kind of leading after I leave. So
yeah, and it was really good to see all the people that came out to run the election. There was AJ Olzak. There was one of my friends from Ultimate Frisbee. There were multiple other people. There was Nod Nakvi, brother of my friend Syed. Shout out to Raza. I'm not sure if he wants to be called Raza or Syed. I'll call him Raza. Shout out to Raza. And then for VP, even though there are only 2 candidates, both very qualified, so it'll be a very good school year for me next year as a sophomore.
Okay, so some scoring updates, but yes, Caden, completely agree with that. A lot of people running, a lot of good candidates. Varsity baseball at Devon Prep, they're tied 2-2, and JV is now up 8-2. So something to keep in mind. We'll keep you up with baseball action here. We'll have some baseball live streams too coming up here this spring. David Schmansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Caden Stewart on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. You couldn't have drew it up any better. With just 1 minute and 17 seconds left to play. It's really great to be back in broadcasting here, especially in warm temperatures, because I have been doing the public address announcing, but it's been cold temperatures. Over with Mr. Dembick at the tables doing the scoreboard, doing a great job. Shout out to him. Also at halftime, we'll have the drawing of the lacrosse team raffle tickets, the $1,000 grand prize, the $500 second prize, which will be Miss Rittenmeyer, who will help us, along with our Firebird, which will be joining us here in a little bit. We'll do that near the field, so we won't have direct coverage here on the broadcast, but we'll talk about it afterwards. And we'll also get you a game recap at halftime, too, in the last 2 minutes of the half. Stay tuned for that as well. Last 2 minutes of the halftime, I should say. A little more than 60 seconds to play. Falling down looked like was Britch. And Firebirds will take over, so HGP catches a break there. Firebirds trailing 10-3. Here's Max Rittenmeyer. Penncrest is 8-0 on the season. Firebirds coming to this game with a record of 4-2. I think a big problem, though, for HGP, I mean, we've talked about the mistakes, but it's been the energy, too. I mean, low energy on the sideline, and I think that just was because of the way that Penncrest started this one.
It is certainly extremely hard to be able to generate energy at all when you're down, let alone 7 goals in the first half.
This is a fight for it behind the net. Pyle Bollock, who's the goaltender, he came out for a short second. McCann was fighting for it for HGP, but the Lions will take over here. Bollock shoots it down midfield, and it's dropped. Good job by Mudrick, who tried to pick it up, but coming away with it is the Lions. 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. Firebirds down by 7. Haneyman gets things set up for the Lions. Now speeding on the far side of Ford, rushing towards him, shot taken. Ford falls down, but looks like he did save it. It looks like it's underneath his leg. Ford does pick it up. There's 11 seconds to play. We'll see if the Firebirds try to risk it here, and it looks like they will. Well, really not risking it, but trying to get a last-second shot. 4 seconds. Rittmeyer being guarded, chopped at. Rittmeyer takes a shot, and it goes far to the right side of Pyle Bollock, and that will do it for the first quarter of action. Firebirds, Caden, kind of your initial reactions before we go to break.
I would say a lot to improve on. They have not been doing terrible, although the scoreboard may reflect that. I think the offense, if they can get the ball a little bit more, can put them back in the game. Maybe Penncrest gets a little bit cocky towards the end, but that's just a lot to hope for Ghost, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, the Firebirds will try to score more and play better defense. The goal scorers for the Firebirds, it's 1 for Will McCann, 1 for Gavin McDonough, and 1 for Max Rittmeyer. For the visiting Lions, it's 1 for Brennan Kaut, 3 for Dylan McDougall, 3 for Jason Poole, and 3 for Chaz Katz. That's so they have their 10 goals. Firebirds down by 7. It's time for the drawing, and we'll be back in the last 2 minutes of halftime with a halftime report. Stay tuned for more action. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Halftime report coming up here on the Holy Ghost Prep Campus. David Shapansky with you, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Caden Stewart. Caden, it's not been a great start for the Firebirds, taking on the visiting Penncrest Lions. They trail 10-3.
Say it really has not been a good start for the defense. We have not really been able to see Ghost offense due to time of possession problems. But I think that with McCann winning $1,000 at the raffle, we might be able to get some offensive sparks.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the raffle here, which was done. It was our second annual Firebirds chances, which were kind of run here by the Lacrosse team and Mrs. Rittmeyer. There were two prizes, the $1,000 grand prize and the $500 prize. The $500 prize goes to Susan Holt, and the $1,000 prize goes to the McCann. So congratulations to them for their winnings. And yeah, so that was some brief halftime entertainment. It was very good, very enjoyable. We have 2 minutes left here of the half. So yeah, goal scoring wise, Caden, we talked about it. Firebirds need to do more. One goal, which was amazing by Max Rittmeyer, a beautiful goal. One by Will McCann and one by Gavin McDonough. But Firebirds need more support than that.
So they really do. If they can get more guys with the ball, that'll be more shots on goal and more people for Penncrest to cover. So more passing the ball will be important.
Yeah, and for Penncrest, they've kind of the opposite. They have had going from not a lot of people, but they've had a lot of goals from a few people, if you will.
Yep.
Brendan Cowd, he had the one goal, but besides that, we have 3 hat tricks in this one. One by Dylan McDougall, one by Jason Poole, and one by Chaz Katz. So not a whole lot of depth scoring, as only 4 players have scored, but they've made their scoring plentiful, Caden.
They certainly have. Again, it's the complete opposite with Ghost and Penncrest. If Ghost can shut down those 3 guys with hat tricks, then maybe we'll be able to come back into it a little bit.
Well, let's hope they can climb back into it, and the Firebirds can at least here. I mean, for the third quarter, you really want to at least cut the deficit in half. Got to find a way to play some defense and get yourself to about 6 goals here to really have a chance. So we'll take a break here, and on the other side, we'll have second half action. The music is blasting. It sounds good. Big crowd on tap. Beautiful weather, absolutely beautiful spring weather, and we'll have second half action coming up for you right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't change a thing. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to the Fran Nick Memorial Field. Second half action coming up here. David Shabansky with you here along with Caden Stewart. Firebirds down 10-3 to Penncrest High School. Frankie Britch at the center face-off with Wyatt Heineman. Wyatt and Frankie. And Frankie, it's on his side, and Frankie will win it. Good job by Britch. Frankie gets things set up here as Ford comes out of the net. So Firebirds right now kind of on an empty net scenario here, but Ryan Ford, we said that he'll do that a lot. Ford trying to find Rittmeyer. He does. He will. Rittmeyer, beautiful pass right in front, and it's a goal by Joshua Razzler. The freshman cuts the deficit to 6.
I didn't know Josh was on the team. So another great goal, another young player that maybe Penncrest is not expecting to get the ball a lot. And Razzler will be able to capitalize on the great pass on the left side.
But yeah, so good contributions from everybody. Freshmen getting involved here as well. Good job by Razzler. 10-4, it's a good start, Caden. When we drew it up, if you could have drew it up like a movie, that's the way we would have done it.
So this is exactly the start that Ghost needed. Get back a little bit of momentum, make Penncrest more eager to get more goals back on top. As long as your goaltending is fine and your defense improves just even a little bit, Ghost will be fine offensively.
Yeah, Firebirds get the goal within 25 seconds of this third quarter. They do the same thing again. Britch wins the faceoff, finds Ford. Ford gave it off to DeChico, but back to Ryan Ford. CJ Walker now, the defenseman, is able to get past.
Ooh.
And we'll have a flag here. Walker really did a good job at selling that, it looked like. It will be against number 32, Chaz Katz. Walker trying to keep it here and get more time for HGP to get things set up offensively and try to get a goal. It's Rittenmeyer as Walker goes off the field. Rittenmeyer, sorry, that's Stolsteimer. Stolsteimer, those 3s and 2s look similar sometimes. It's Stolsteimer on the right side of the field, close to the broadcast booth. Going to work against Liam Fix. They go behind the netminder. It's Luke Pyle-Ballack. He's only let 4 goals in here so far. I mean, this is perfect for the Firebirds. Good start. Offensive zone time, and there is a penalty going to be coming up here, too, so the Firebirds will get to go man up. Rittenmeyer finds McCann. Will with the shot, and it just goes wide and to the right of Pyle-Ballack, and we'll have our stoppage of play. We'll have our penalty here coming up here against Penncrest. We have a slash here. It's going to be a 1-minute penalty.
That's a good
against
call.
Chaz Katz. Very good call. And CJ did a good job. I mean, I'm sure that it got him, but he did a good job of really selling it to the referee. It was near him, but I think the ref saw it anyway. And Caden's going to be doing some reffing, huh?
Oh, yeah, umpiring. Bustleton Town League.
Yeah, so that's it's good. We've had our discussions, what am I saying? We have our discussions about refs and umpires, and Caden decided that he wanted to join them. So.
Well, it was partly about the paycheck.
I'm only messing with you. I'm only messing with you. Here's McDonough. That's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Goes out of play here, so Lions will take over. 10 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. David Spansky with you here, along with Caden Stewart. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Firebirds off to a good start here in the third quarter. If there was a way for them to get back into this one after trailing by 7 at the half, it was this start right here. So here's Fix. Razzler tried to get back. Did a good job enough to cover. Here's Woolry. Woolry now on the far side being guarded by Britch. He gets by him. Woolry now drives towards the net. Being sheltered off there by Lippy. Good job by Ryan Lippy, who joins the team for the first game today. First time he was out with hockey and with the Blazers in California. Finished second in the championships. Won the championship, I should say, just finished second. Here's Douglas. Penncrest taking some time off the clock here early on in the third. Firebirds trail by 6. It's Douglas. Gives it off to McDougal. McDougal, who has 3 goals today. Swerving around, getting things done. Katz finds McDougal. McDougal with the shot. This one is chipped in front, and Ryan Ford has it in his net. Looks like, at least. He does. Okay, he was kind of selling that to us a little bit. Here's C.J. Walker on the right side. Back to Ford. This was the way the Firebirds got their 4th goal of the day to start the second half of action. Lippy back to Ford. And we're going to have a flag here down.
Interesting.
And it's going to come against HGP, as Ryan Ford is obviously not happy.
I didn't see any flag-worthy play.
No, there is I mean, there was no obvious flag on the physical play, but there's a flag just in front of the Penncrest bench. And it looks like that Coach Tessler is not happy with that, and for right reasons, because it wasn't anything obvious, at least from what we saw. So Penncrest will take over. Not quite sure the penalty is on yet. See if we can find that out, kind of being at the opposite side. I think maybe, I know it's kind of impossible because of the way our power is, but getting on the other side would be more beneficial for finding out penalties. It looks like Ryan Ford is coming off the field here.
Interesting.
So it looks like that Ford is going to serve the penalty.
I'm very interested to see what the penalty was on that they're having the goalie serve it.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to put the Firebirds
at a massive disadvantage.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to Tom Corelli, who's now in net for HGP. So Tom Corelli is in net for Ryan Ford. We'll see if maybe Ford, it looks like Ford is just out for this penalty. Again, not quite sure what it's on. It's Chaz Katz. Katz now goes behind the net. Penncrest trying to pass in front, and they score. It's Chaz Katz. Got the pass back to him, the assist, and Katz puts it through for his 4th goal of the day. Gets it past Corelli.
Say Katz another good shot, but Penncrest on a huge advantage there as Ghost starting goalie not in. Still very interested to see what the penalty is. We haven't heard anything over here, as Dave mentioned. But 11-4 Penncrest is not at all the start that Ghost wanted after their hot start and the goal after 25 seconds.
Yeah, and Penncrest, they started off pretty poorly here in this third quarter, but have done a better job here, midway here in the third quarter, but they've controlled this game pretty much throughout. Ryan Ford is back in net for HGP, so yeah, there was some type of goalie penalty there on, which is extremely weird. Pass out in front, taken by number 21, Jason Poole. What a pass, and what a goal scored. We'll see if we can get the assist again with the sun on the goal lettering. It is a little difficult, but it looks like it's Dylan McDougall who finds Jason Poole for his 4th goal of the day. It's now 12-4.
Once again, the same 2 to 3 players on Penncrest getting the ball a lot. Ghost needs to start
Penncrest
locking
goal
them down. If that means
21,
double team, then it means
Jason
double
Poole.
team. Ghost needs to do anything in
His
their
third of
power
the day,
to
assisted
be able to
by
lock down
number 13,
Penncrest.
Dylan McDougall. It's now 12-4. So updating the score sheet there, as you said, Caden, pretty much 4 players doing everything for Penncrest. And pretty much all seniors, too, active for the Lions. Penncrest comes away with it again. Another chance. Shot taken. This one just goes high and above by Brennan Kaut, who took the shot. Gets above Ford. 7 minutes, 50 seconds up to play in the third quarter. Glad you could join us. HGP not off to the start they wanted, not off to the game they dreamed of here against Penncrest. Firebirds coming into this game with a record of 4-2, but they just have a little less than 20 minutes in order to try to avoid their 3rd loss of the season.
And possibly their 3rd and last 4 games.
Yes. So also Saturday, too, I forgot about the weather. So that was a canceled game. So there was no game on Saturday. So that game will be made up here in the future. We'll try to get a date coming up on that eventually. But yeah, so there was no game on Saturday. So it was 4-2 from the game left over. Not from the game left over, but from the away games last week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Behind the net, it's Stolzheimer. Stolzheimer loses the ball just in front of the net, picked up by Pyle Bullock, the goaltender for the visiting Lions. Bullock finds Matt Ferry, the sophomore midfielder, runs with it. Ferry being guarded by Aniloff. Ferry now goes behind Ford, makes a move, comes out on the left side, shot taken. Also, either was a shot or a weird pass, but it's picked up by Poole, who has 4 goals on the day. Poole out in front, and this pass was not able to be corralled by Spencer Tyson, the sophomore attackman. Ford picks it up. JV teams now coming on here. See behind the field, they'll get ready for the game next. We won't have a stream for them, but if you're here and listen to the stream or thinking about coming out, we strongly advise you to do it. It's beautiful weather. Here's Kyle Ridpath. Ridpath lost the ball for a second. Good defense there by Lippy. Lippy presses him the whole way, and he goes out of play towards the front of the track. HGP going to take over. Congratulations to our raffle winners, Susan Holt and McCann. The McCanns who win the McCanns win the $1,000 grand prize of our 2nd annual lacrosse raffle. Susan Holt winning the $500 second prize. And thank you to everyone who participated, including our Firebird who came out today, even stopped by the broadcasting booth. It's Will McCann behind the net of Pyle Bullock, who's been good. Luke Pyle Bullock, the senior goalie for Penncrest, has been very good in this one. 5 minutes, 29 seconds up to play as the cloud cover begins to take over once again here, for at least for a brief moment. Rittenmeyer trying to find Mudrick. Stolzheimer is available on his left side. Mudrick to Razzler, who has 1 goal today. Back to Mudrick, the newly elected SGA president. Mudrick now sprints towards the middle. Stolzheimer goes to work against Puckett. Stolzheimer cornered off by Puckett. Looks for Mudrick. He decided not to pass it. So Stolzheimer still has it, takes it back closer to midfield. Firebirds need to get going here. They trail by 8. Not been a good one for them here so far. Gavin McDonough makes a move. Shot taken way wide of Pyle Bullock. Didn't have much velo behind it. Good pressure and defense there by the Lions. Good attempt, though, by McDonough. Here go the Lions once again storming up. Puckett. Shot taken by number 21. Jason Poole was looking for his 5th of the day. Getting it back, now fighting for it. It's Kaut who goes towards the middle. Firebird still fighting for it. DeChico, and there goes Mateo DeChico. Takes a couple sticks to the back and going to pick it up by the Lions as DeChico drops it. So here goes Chris Dolan, the senior midfielder. Making a move for Penncrest, gives it off to Anthony Rendazzo. 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Firebirds down by 8. It's Rendazzo, once again with it, number 25. Gets around Britch, who goes on the switch. Rendazzo, far side, towards the bench of Penncrest. Finds Poole. Poole already has 4 goals on the day today. In this one, Firebirds trying to tighten up their defense. Now 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Chepansky, the voice of the Firebirds, with you here, along with Caden Stewart. Out in front, shot taken and goal scored by number 13, Dylan McDougall. It was a low shot, but it gets past Ryan Ford. It's McDougall's 4th, Caden.
So another guy that needs to be shut down by Ghost. Only 4 players have goals today, and 3 of them have 4. Penncrest really being carried by these 3 players today. And Ghost, if they can't stop them at this point, the game's almost essentially over.
So McDougall gets his 4th. Yeah, as you said, Caden, I mean, it's been a great game for Penncrest, not so much for the Firebirds here. In this one, Penncrest again coming in this game, though, 8-0. So we knew what we were going to get here against Penncrest, and they've come in battling. Even though their bus got here late, they were a little bit off schedule. They were coming out ready. Ian Fix, finds Spencer Tyson. Tyson trips. We'll have a flag here coming up here. Sewell picks it up, and Sewell kind of slams his net down in frustration. Well, the slashing penalty coming up here against Jason Sewell, and another mistake there. I don't think that Sewell really realized that he did it. I felt like he was kind of just making a play for the ball, and his stick just came right down on the leg of Spencer Tyson.
So I don't think that was it was deserving of a flag. It was because it was the play, but that was definitely not intentional.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 minutes left to play here in the third quarter of action. Firebirds maybe just hoping for this one maybe to get over at this point. It's not been a great start for HGP, but maybe the fourth quarter will be the comebacks of comebacks for Holy Ghost. Behind the net they go. Ford fights for it in the circle. Looked like Penncrest, yeah, they have a player in the circle here. But it looked like there was another slash by HGP. We'll see what the call is. And already have Sewell in the man-down box for HGP. And looks like we're going to have another penalty coming up here against Holy Ghost. It's going to be against CJ Walker. So 2 of the top defensemen for Holy Ghost in CJ Walker and Jason Sewell are going to sit, at least for the next 40 seconds or so. Firebirds going to try to tighten up here and not let Penncrest get any goals here on this man-up opportunity for the Lions. Poole finds Heineman. Heineman back out, shot taken by Kaut, who already has 1 goal today. And it goes wide into the right of Ford and the circle. Penncrest once again with the ball. Possession here for the Lions. Good save by Ford off the stick and then the belly, and it goes in. Shot taken by Brennan Kautz. Bounced right off of Ford's stick, right to Kaut, and he'll put it through the back of the net. It's now 13-4.
14-4. So again, very slow. It was a very quick start for Ghost. Absolutely no signs of life since then. It looks like the game is essentially over. Ghost maybe trying to go down with a fight, but there's not much more they can put up.
Yeah, sorry about that. It is 14-4. Cal gets his second on the day. Face off at center with Britch and Wyatt Heineman. Penncrest comes away with it again in the road red jersey. Try saying that 10 times fast. Matt, do we have any baseball updates? Our producer. We do not yet, but hopefully by the 4th we'll maybe have an update for you. Holy Ghost Prep Baseball, both JV and varsity in action against Devon Prep today at Devon Prep. 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter of action. Firebirds down by 10. Touchdown and a field goal. Spencer Tyson, go ahead, Caden. Oh, sorry. Matt spoke there, our producer.
Baseball is the same
Okay, so baseball, both JV and varsity are the same score. Varsity 3-2, HGP leading, and JV 8-2, still leading in that one as well. Shot taken, good job by Ryan Ford, good stick there. Also hard shot taken by number 30, that's Matt Ferry. Just a little more than 60 seconds left to play here in the third quarter of action. Varsity Lacrosse, Holy Ghost Prep taking on the Penncrest High School Lions. CJ Walker makes a move, and Walker springs on the far side. That's, looks like that's Aniloff. Aniloff now smartly gets it back to Rich, the face-off man for HGP. Now just 60 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Firebirds going to try to at least get the lead for Penncrest to less than double digits. It's Britch, has Aniloff in the center. Stolsteimer behind the net looking for McDonough, and McDonough I don't think was completely ready for that, but good job by Rittmeyer to get it back, and Max just got it knocked off of his stick. Good defense there by number 11, Zach Douglas, the senior midfielder for Penncrest. Here come the Firebirds fighting for it. It's Ryan Lippy. Lippy kind of juggling it on his stick. Good job by Ryan. The freshman loses it for a second. Lippy fighting for it near the line. Picked up by Will McCann. McCann makes a move. There's a high shot taken there. Looks like by number 18, Kyle Ridpath. McCann sticks with it. Good job by Will. Will then loses it, though. And we'll see what the call is. Looks like there was a couple high sticks there, though.
It did look like a few.
So it's the end of the third quarter. HGP trailing Penncrest. It's 14-4. Kind of your thoughts there, Cade, into the third quarter. It started off promising, at least.
I think Ghost may have gotten a little too cocky at the beginning. Obviously, with their first goal, there's not much. You can't really be cocky when you're down 6, but still a goal that fast and maybe gets into your head a little bit. And after that, it was all downhill.
Yeah, very downhill for HGP. They went into the half trailing by 7. They now enter the fourth quarter trailing by 10. But who knows? We've seen weirder things happen. It's fourth quarter action. Firebirds down by 10. How about we get 11 and shut them down completely? You ready for that, Caden?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, yeah, let's do it. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more action. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Fourth quarter action, and nobody better than just to give us the thumbs up signal by Mr. Tom Heston. Yeah, all right, we have celebrities joining the broadcast booth. Well, Mr. Heston did a great job getting us the tent to keep us kind of sheltered from the sun today. Firebirds, as we begin the fourth quarter, trailing by 10 to the visiting Penncrest Lions. It's 14-4. David Schmansky with you, are the voice of the Firebirds, along with Caden Stewart. Face off between Britch and Heineman. Frankie falls down, and we'll see who takes over. Looks like it's going to be HGP ball, and it is. Ryan Ford still in net for HGP. It's Pyle Bolak in net for the visiting Lions. Pyle Bolak has been very good for them so far in this one. Ford comes out of his own net, makes the move, gets to midfield, and we're going to have a call here, and it's going to go against HGP. That's the second time that has happened today for Ryan Ford and Holy Ghost. So here's McDougal with the ball here. There's Rendazzo on the right side of Ford. Lions go behind the net to Matzinger. Matzinger tried to get it to McDougal, but it goes behind Ford and into the net. Good job by Lippy to force the pressure there. We didn't talk about, Caden, the whole Eagles trading the draft picks thing.
Oh, yeah.
What did you think of that?
I think we swindled the Saints extremely well.
You do?
I do not like Howie Roseman. This is coming from a big-time anti-Howie Roseman fan.
Okay.
That was a very good trade.
Okay. And that's fair. When I first saw it, I was a little conflicted by it. But I know that you know more about football than I do. So, there's some there. But I think overall, didn't they trade technically a first-round pick for a first-rounder next year and a third or something like that?
It was essentially a first-rounder and a sixth-rounder.
Okay.
Draft with not a lot of stars. There'll be no players come drop into the Eagles for the picks, or not 2 picks at all. So it was a great move by them to get rid of that pick, including next year's draft, which would be very, very nice.
Yeah.
Including Arch Manning.
Okay.
So it was essentially a first and a 7th for a first, second, third, and a 6th.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the Eagles trade those picks for superstars. You know what I mean? Because I agree with you what you're saying is I don't know if we can trust the Eagles to pick very well.
Oh, no, we cannot. Also,
Shot taken and goal scored by Jake Gardner. The freshman gets on the board for HGP. It's now 14-5. Good shot by Jake. Plenty of room. Got in front of Pyle Bullock and makes it. Deficit by 9. All right, so we do want to apologize. Caden's mic was off there for part of the third quarter. So, but we were talking about the Eagles. He was for the trade, though. He was for the trade. He didn't trust Howie Roseman, and that's why I agree with him on that. Even though Howie's done some good job with the cap space, we did have a goal there by Jake Gardner. So Gardner gets on the board for HGP. They get their 5th of the day. Here's Penncrest, and it's a low bouncing shot taken by Owen Thompson. Also, Caden had to leave, so I'm here by myself now for the rest of the fourth quarter. I want to thank everybody for coming out today to this one and joining us here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. It's been a beautiful day. Thank you to Matt, our producer, and Mr. Jacobs, and everyone for helping out. It's Colin Mudrick who comes away with the ball for HGP. Less than 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter of action. Mudrick now storms closer towards Pyle Bullock, and this shot is taken. Tried to get over the stick, but good job by Bullock to get a piece of it. There's Razzler. Razzler gets it to McDonough. McDonough already has 1 goal on the day for HGP. Gets things set up in the offensive zone. There's Aniloff. Aniloff slows things down, now makes a move, and Jake Aniloff takes the shot, and this one goes out of bounds, out of play. Tonight, it's game 2 of the Phillies and the Mets series. Didn't get a chance to talk to Caden about that too much, but it should be a good series. Last night was a heart attack game, no matter who you root for. For the Phillies, it was more for the first 7 innings. That it was a heart attack game for sure. Razzler back off to Aniloff. David Spansky with you, the voice of the Firebirds here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. It's the debut of our spring sports broadcasting for the 2022 season. Here's Jake Aniloff. Aniloff gets it to Mudrick. Mudrick is being swarmed, and we're going to have a foul there, a penalty against the Lions. At least it's what it looks to be, and it is. Penalty against Penncrest coming up here. Good job by Colin to draw the penalty. And Firebirds will go on the man up. So Firebirds go man up here. They'll get things set up with 8 minutes and 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. Firebirds trailing 14-5 to Penncrest High School, who came into this game with a record of 8-0. Rittmeyer winds up the shot and scores. Max Rittmeyer with that beautiful shot of his gets it past Pyle Bullock, and the Firebirds cut the deficit to 8. It's Rittmeyer's 2nd of the day. Firebirds goal scored by number 21, Max Rittmeyer. Varsity baseball score update from Matt, our producer. Top of the 5th inning. It's 3-2. Firebirds leading Devon Prep. HGP trying to crawl back into this lacrosse game. They trail by 8, but they have 2 consecutive goals here. Stolzheimer gets it back to Rittenmeyer, who just scored his second of the day. Rittenmeyer with a beautiful pass to McDonough, and he scores. Rittenmeyer finds McDonough, and the Firebirds now cut the deficit to just a touchdown. It's 14-7. McDonough with his second of the day. So Firebirds may be rumbling something here with just 8 minutes left to play. Going to need a lot more where that came from, though. They trail by 7. Face off with Heineman and Britch, but it seemed to wake up the Firebirds bench, so that's good to see. And looks like Coach Tessler wanted a timeout, but that's all right because the Firebirds come away with it anyway. HGP. Rittenmeyer finds Stolzheimer. Back to Dave. Stolzheimer lines up, takes the shot, and this one got a piece of parabolic, and it will go out of play. And it looks like the Lions, will take over. Want to thank everybody for joining us here. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left to play. It's Parabolic with the ball in front of his own net. Now the ball's in the far side corner near the Holy Ghost Prep bench. It's Kaut, who has 2 goals today. Goes back towards midfield. Good defense there by Holy Ghost and Jake Gardner, who also has a goal today. 2 freshmen, Gardner and Razzler, getting on the points board. Here's Brennan Kaut. Kaut being guarded by Aniloff behind the net. Go the Lions. There's Sewell there. Ford will follow him. It's Spencer Tyson. Tyson back out again on the far side near I-95, where the Lions are set up here. Less than 7 minutes to play. Good job there by the Firebirds. Good defense there. Is there a penalty coming up here? Don't see a flag, but as soon as that hit was made, it seems like stoppage of play was called here. So we'll see what the call is coming up here. Stay tuned for a quick post-game show. A couple minutes, we'll recap today's game. And the events will also get you set up for the next home game here, which we'll also try to have another live stream. Firebirds down by 7. It's 14-7 against the visiting Penncrest Lions. Lions set things up in their offensive zone. And a pass there tried to get to Ekberg. Or sorry, that's Tyson. Got off of his stick, but DeChico was not able to pick it up in time. Firebirds with 3 unanswered goals here in the 4th. They still trail, though, by a touchdown. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. Shot taken there in front by the Lions, assisted by Tyson, but it didn't go. Good job by Ryan Ford. Firebirds fighting for it. Sewell is surrounded by 3 Lions. Couple shots taken there. We're going to have multiple sticks. And we have a fight that has broken out here. Sewell is in the middle of it there. He had a couple Lions go against him there. And we're going to have multiple flags fly here. Multiple Lions involved there, multiple Firebirds. And Sewell was surrounded there. A couple high shots there taken by the Lions. And that's not the first time that has happened today. First time, though, it is called. And we'll see if there are multiple penalties on both sides for the fighting afterwards. So we'll see if the call is multiple flags were on the ground near the net of Ryan Ford. So hopefully the Firebirds get to go a man-up opportunity here, but we'll see if the extracurriculars will hurt HGP. Usually they will even it out, though, go 1 penalty apiece, but the refs are talking about it. And looks like they'll come together with the decision here. We'll see what the penalties are coming up here. Again, not near the scorer's table, so it is a little hard to hear, but we'll see who goes into the boxes here for both sides. So it looks like there's going to be at least one penalty coming up here against HGP. And there's going to be another penalty coming up here against Penncrest. So it looks like there's going to be 2 Penncrest penalties and 1 HGP penalty. It's Sewell who's in the penalty box for HGP. It doesn't look like there's going to be anybody else than that. For Penncrest, not quite sure who that number is. If they would turn around, we could maybe get a better idea of it. It looks like it's Anthony D'Ambrosio, but maybe he was just on the sidelines. So still, yeah, there hasn't been a Penncrest player that's been put in the box yet. So maybe there is no penalty against Penncrest, but I thought for those high shots there would have been a penalty coming up here against the Lions, and the ref did seem to signal something here. But this is a long discussion happening here. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel when the refs kind of figure everything out here. All right, welcome back here to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Firebirds down by 7. So the penalty is on Sewell for HGP, and the other penalty is on Kyle Matzinger, I would assume for the extracurricular activities possibly. So 1 apiece. So there is no man-up opportunity here for either side. Firebirds, though, with the ball. Less than 6 minutes to play here in this one. Stolsteimer with a beautiful move. Dave tries to get around bodying Puckett. Stolsteimer makes a move. Stolsteimer in front of Pyle Bollock, and the ball did come out. Fighting for it is McDonough and Razzler, but the red jerseys come away with it, and plenty of steam going ahead for Colby Poole, the freshman midfielder. Slow thing down. Shot taken. Good job by Ford. Shot taken there by Zach Douglas. Firebirds come away with it. Will McCann finds McDonough, and it goes out of play. Good defense there by Kyle Ridpath, and the Lions will take it over once again here. McDonough couldn't exactly corral before it went out of play. 5 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Stay tuned for a quick post-game show. David Shapansky with you here. Caden Stewart joined me for the first 3 quarters of play today. Pass for Penncrest, wide open shot, taken. Ford with good defense. McDougall was looking for his 5th goal of the day, but Ryan Ford said to Kembe Mutombo, no, no, no. Here's Max Rittenmeyer. Rittenmeyer with a beautiful move. Rittenmeyer looking for the hat trick, and he got it. Max Rittenmeyer with another hattie on the season. Seems like it happens each game. Rittenmeyer cuts the deficit to 6. I'll tell you, though, got to give the Firebirds credit. They have chipped into this deficit, but still large enough where Penncrest has a comfortable lead at 6. Firebirds, though, have now scored 4 straight unanswered. Face-off at midfield. Britch lost it to number 27, Wyatt Henneman. The junior midfielder comes away with it, and we have a player slip there on the Lions. No penalty, though. Firebirds and Aniloff fighting for it. Back to McDougall. McDougall being guarded by Walker. On the far side, it's the Lions. 4 minutes left to play here in the 4th quarter. Glad you could join us. David Shapansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll have more spring sports broadcasting coming up. Baseball, more lacrosse, and probably some ultimate eventually. Here's Wyatt Haneyman being guarded by Britch. The 2 midfielders going at it. Haneyman looks for an outlet, being shoved a couple times by Frankie. Frankie staying right with Haneyman. Haneyman now goes to the right of Ford. Looks for an outlet, finds one. The outlet is Ferry. Now back to Tyson. Spencer Tyson goes behind the net. Wasting time here are the Lions. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to play here in the 4th quarter of action. JV team warming up behind them. Should be a good game. That game will not be streamed, but we invite you to come out to the Frannick Memorial Field to join us for some action. It's Tyson. Tyson back to McDougal, who has 4 goals today. Finds Haneyman. Just some passing, light passing going on here by the visiting Lions. Kaut thought about it. Gives it back to Haneyman. A lot of time off the clock here. This possession alone, offensive zone time, has been about 90 seconds in itself. Douglas. Back to McDougal. McDougal now finds on the far side, guarded by Aniloff. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Firebirds down by 6. Firebirds need to get possession, though, here, as it's Tyson. Tyson finds Jason Poole, who also has 4 goals today for the visiting Lions. Poole behind the net. Here's Jason Poole, comes around. That could have been trouble for HGP, and luckily McDougal's shot goes far wide, but it will stay with the Lions as the midfielder rushes back to cover in time. And stay tuned for the Tom Heston post-game show is what we'll call it. Shot taken, good job by Ford. I don't know if Mr. Heston, we'll have to see if he'll approve of that. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. We'll see. HGP trying to at least maybe get to 10 goals here if they can. Just 2 away from that. They trail by 6 overall here to the Lions, though. Less than 2 minutes to play, so time is not on their side. They do have 4 unanswered goals, though, here today. Stolsteimer works around Fix. Stolsteimer back to Aniloff. 90 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Aniloff finds Rittenmeyer. Max being guarded by Haneyman. Rittenmeyer now crosses past the Penncrest bench. 70 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Firebirds trying to get things set up in their zone to try to get some shots on Luke Pyle-Bollock. It's Max. Max makes a move. Rittenmeyer gets closer toward the net with speed. Tried to get the assist off to McDonough. McDonough still fighting for it. McCann is also there. Good job by Gavin. He takes a couple shots by the Lions. Some really extracurriculars coming up here from both sides. And there's a Lion down. It looks like we will have possibly a penalty here, but at least a stoppage of play. We're just going to have a timeout here called by the Lions. So Penncrest calls timeout. 50 seconds left. They'll have the ball, I believe, on the other side of this timeout. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Just 50 seconds left to play here in the Holy Ghost Prep Campus, the Frannick Memorial Field. Beautiful day for lacrosse, mid-70s. Pretty light winds for the most part. (14-8), Penncrest leading with just 50 seconds. Firebirds will get their 3rd loss of the season. They'll fall to 4-3. Meanwhile, the Penncrest Lions, they'll stay undefeated. They'll get their 9th win of the season, 9-0. What a start by Penncrest, who are coached by Wayne Matzinger. Red possession here as we get started on the timeout. Here's Caught, who has 2 goals today for the Lions. Pass out in front, making a move. Now settling things down as McDougal, as they'll just try to waste the 30 seconds off the clock. In front, Penncrest moving, making a couple moves. Good save there by Ford. Rendazzo tried to fake him out a couple times there, but good job by Ryan to stay right with him. 15 seconds. Penncrest in no particular hurry, and this will do it. Firebirds will lose this one by a final score of 14-8. Penncrest just going to hold the ball. And it was a good game today by both teams, but Penncrest especially. Their offense led them in this one. Firebirds struggled early, and even though they had a couple surges late in the fourth and early in the third, very early in the third, they were only brief offensive scoring opportunities, and the Firebirds didn't capitalize on as many as they could have. Well, the brief post-game show coming up after this. Firebirds drop this one. They fall to 4-3. Final score of 14-8. Welcome here to the Tom Heston post-game show here on the Holy Ghost Prep Campus. We'll see if he likes it or not. David Chabansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds. I don't see why not. Mr. Heston is a very cool guy. Firebirds lose this one 14-8. Brief recap. I mean, Kate and I talked about it kind of throughout the whole game. The offense was not there at all times for HGP, and the defense certainly was not there. But that's what you get. Penncrest coming in this game was undefeated, 8-0. They improved to 9-0. They played well. And when you play a team that's undefeated like that, you have to expect to have some tough defense. And the Firebirds ran into that today. They scored a decent amount. They were able to get 8 today, but it was not enough to stop the high-powered offense of Penncrest. The 3 stars of the game, really, without a doubt for me, it's Dylan McDougall, Jason Poole, and Chaz Katz. All 3 of them really good today. 4 goals for them each. I mean, just goes to show you how good they were. They scored 12 of the 14 goals throughout the entire game for Penncrest. So they were really good today, those 3 players. Katz took some bad penalties late there in the second half, but regardless, a good game by those 3 Penncrest players. For the Firebirds, the standout was really Max Rittenmeyer, and really the question is, when doesn't Max stand out? He has a hat trick today. Another one on the season. Seems like he's had one in every single game. Even though the Firebirds lost, he was really good. Had a no-look goal, which was fantastic. Probably would have made SportsCenter. But really good all-around game for Max. He was really the star. Ryan Ford did struggle in net, but the defense really collapsed for the most part around him. So Firebirds will look to improve in the next game. We'll get you set up for the next game and also maybe get a quick baseball score to end the post-game show here on the Holy Ghost Prep Campus. Stay tuned for more action. Our last time out is here. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back here. Let's get some scheduling updates here in the post-game show. Our next live stream, if it doesn't rain, will most likely be on Thursday against Central Bucks East, and that'll be a baseball live stream. So we'll have the baseball team. They are winning right now against Devon Prep. They are tied 3-3. Okay, it was 3-2 for a time, but it's at the end of the 5th. Tied 3-3, so it's a good game there. Devon Prep, good team. Firebirds off to a good start as well. In terms of lacrosse, though, the next home game will be on Thursday, and that'll be against Plymouth Whitemarsh. Plymouth Whitemarsh next Thursday. So not this Thursday, next Thursday. And I'll most likely have the coverage for you here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. So that will do it for this one. Firebirds dropped this game by a final score of 14-8, but it was great to spend some time together, everybody, here on this Tuesday afternoon. Have a great, if you don't come out to the Thursday stream, have a great Easter or have a great spring break. And thank you, everybody, for joining us here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Firebirds dropped this one. They fall to 4-3 on the season, but they'll hopefully improve at the next one and get better and help out their record. I'm David Chapansky for Caden Stewart, who joined me for the first 3 quarters of action. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you're joining us here live at the field, have a safe trip home. If not, you're joining us from your couch, well, you're lucky. And have a great night, everybody. Go Firebirds. Make sure to love one another and treat each other with respect. Have a great night. Go Firebirds, everybody.